Hello, hello. I think y'all can hear me. I hope. I don't know. Looks like you can. I'll wait to see if anybody comes on. I do have donation come in for healing today, so that's kind of what I'm here for. But I'll wait a moment to describe who I am, or at least introduce myself and say hello again. I was doing some deep meditating before I came on today, so it's very nice. Anywho, my name is Juniper Bloom Mystique. I am an Ascension Master, Master Healer, and Divine Guide. I am the best way to describe me is I'm the one who brought about the Ascension. Okay. What does that mean? Well, I had an awakening happen to me, and then all these crazy things started happening to me and through me, from clearing Mount Shasta to raising Atlantis to activating pyramids and so much, much more. And as you can imagine, it was biblical, and it all plays out on my channel. So that is who I am. Welcome, welcome. What is up, light seers and soul warriors and game changers? So, one thing Spirit wants to talk about today is, what are you willing to work for? Right? What motivates you? What are you willing to work for, and why? Okay. What Spirit's kind of nudging about is we all tend to work really hard for others, but we forget to work really hard for ourselves. Right? So it's really important to ensure that that's what we're doing. Why are we willing to work harder for others? Why are we willing to work so hard for others to love us and not for ourselves? Right? Like that's really good point. So I'm just making sure everything's working right because nobody's here yet. Welcome, welcome. Say hello when you're here. Looks like it might be working okay. I was just testing everything. Hi, Sherry. Sherry says hello. What's up, G? So, one announcement that I do have too before I get started a little bit more is I do a lot of different things on this channel, right? Working as usual. She says, yep, I hear that. Been working all day myself, catching up from yesterday, especially. What's up, Just saying she is here. Whoop, whoop. I thought you were coming. I was holding space. But I do have an announcement. I do a lot of different things on this channel, and it's time that this channel is focused specifically for certain things, and I divide the things accordingly. So I do have 2 new channels popping up. One so far has been the focus. It is solely for my Hertz healing music, Hertz frequency music. And so I will be uploading those as frequently as I possibly can. I have that going now, and I have posted that in the community page. So if you guys want access to just the Hertz healing music that comes up when it does, instead of putting it on this channel, I will be putting it on the other channel. I will still be doing everything on this channel that I normally did, Ascension based, so guided meditations, channeled messages, and then the Monday healing Hertz things that I've been doing. Not Hertz, well, they do have music with them, but the energy healing movement things that I started doing. So this channel will still be very much so in use, but I'm kind of branching off. That way things are divided accordingly. So I hope that makes sense. So keep your eyes peeled for those links if you want access to those, because today's Hertz music was awesome. It was completely off the charts. I was listening to that for the last hour before I came on today. which is so awesome. So it's down to like nobody here. So let me know if you guys are still here. Jacinth, if you're here. We are here today. Jacinth was hoping to get an animal healing today. If you guys remember about a year ago, my DM almost killed me, right? He took off with a fallen angel after we energetically combined as a part of the ascension journey. We were supposed to unite and then unite the twin souls. Well, it was a big battle against his soul, right? Yes, I am still here. Ones that mean your provision meditation music will be moved over to your new channel. I'm still here. No, my previous meditations, I will probably leave the ones that are here. I'm not going to change anything out of here. So those will always be accessible here. But I'm just starting new on a different channel for the Hertz healing music only. It doesn't mean I won't do them with guided meditations here and stuff. Thank you guys for letting me know you're here. YouTube always messes with me. So no worries there. The ones that were already on this channel will stay on this channel. But I will be doing Hertz Healing Music channel, and then I will have a Shining Light into the Darkness channel, where I do just solely missing people and unsolved cases. That is the plan. And then this channel will be guided meditations, healing still, and then my other things that I've had going on. Okay. Yeah, so no need to leave anywhere and nothing will be missing or hard to find, hopefully. Just subscribe to those and you'll have what you need if you're interested in those aspects of what I was doing. But YouTube has a funny thing with their algorithm and all of that, and only certain videos get pushed if there's different kinds on your channel. And so I'm just trying to make that easier. Makes more sense. But if you guys remember back to a year ago when I first, or I don't remember time now, it could be 2 years ago for all I know. But when I first, like maybe a year and a half ago now, I don't know, combined with my twin flame who did pass away, that one. And then he took off with a fallen angel after we energetically combined, and my dog does something ever so special. And because I realized and was reminded just how powerful animals are, absolutely, yeah, it makes more sense. I did a special healing for animals back then. If you guys remember that, where I called everybody forward for animal healings, if anybody wanted any. And they were magnificently powerful and beautiful. I do them just as I do healings on people. It doesn't matter what kind of animal. It's the same kind of thing. It's just a different loved one, right? And so I had forgotten about that. I really have. I haven't done them much since. I think I've done one more since then. So I'm really glad that you kind of asked for that, because it brings it back in the energy. Our animals and our guides and our loved ones are very much so a part of our heart, right? They matter to us greatly. And so it's always good to remember that, hey, they can get healing too, right? So that's kind of what we're doing today. But a little message prior to doing that healing on Jacinth's animal today. I wanted to give a little message for the collective of, what are you working for? Like, why do we work so hard for other people, but very little for ourselves? In the ascension, it is about work, because we have to heal, right? We have to heal. We have to come into a space to where we're willing to do the work. It's not easy. And that's why everybody won't ascend, because some people aren't willing to do the work. They're just not willing to do the work. They're not willing to let in more light. They're not willing to cry a little, right? It's a price to pay. Let's put it that way. There is a little bit of a price to pay to ascend, because it hurts. We have to feel more pain to feel the love, right? We got to feel the pain first. Like when you have an awakening. Why, when I have an awakening, does it get worse before it gets better? Because then everything opens up for you to heal it. Okay. And later in the week too, I will talk about the shadow aspect a little more, but this kind of leads into that. Okay. We have to feel things in order to express them outward. And it just is what it is. And so a lot of people will shy away from that. We don't want to do the hard work for ourselves. We don't want to take the time to get better at self-love or self-development or meditations or anything like that, or maybe we do want to, but not enough, because where there's a will, there's a way, right? Consider that aspect. And so that's what Spirit's really talking about, is what are we willing to work for? Why do we give up on ourselves so easily when challenges present or other people say we can't? And this is what sets the doers apart from the don'ters, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the ones who achieve. Think about it for like musicians and all those other people who get told no 1,000 times over, like you suck, you can't do it. And what sets the ones apart from the successful ones to the non-successful ones is they really don't take no for an answer a lot. Okay. And I've experienced this on my journey, and with my twin flame journey with the ascension, I like had to have that tough mentality. I had to be willing to work very hard and not settle for anything less than the light and acceptance and love. And it was a painful thing. But it's like, what are we really willing to work for and why? Where is our reward aspect? And that's coming up in the energy this week. And so just take some time to consider that. Sherry says, I will be honest and say I'm struggling to find the balance. Absolutely. Absolutely. That comes up a lot. Every time things happen for me too, that balance gets knocked out from under me, and I struggle as well. Like the struggle is absolutely real. It really is. And so you're not alone there, Sherry, because I'm going to be honest too and say I struggle with that myself. And right now I've been creating that balance again. It's like big healing will come up whenever we release, things can come up, life changes can occur. All of that throws our balance off. Okay. But then that also kind of reminds us too, is what are we willing to work for when it comes to having to please others or hoping that others will love us, our bosses. We're always conditioned to work so hard for other people's pleasures or to make sure that they're happy with us. But when it comes to ourselves, a lot of times we'll fall short. We'll just give up, right? We'll give up, or we forget that where there's a will, there's a way. People just like to tell you no, right? We succumb to those energies of, oh yeah, they're right, I can't do it. And so consider that aspect this week when things are struggling, when things seem hard, when the ascension hurts like a son of a bitch, and you're like, I just want to give up. This hurts. Like, I'm tired of hurting. This is hard. It's hard to be a better version of myself, right? Consider, what am I willing to work for and why? Why would I work so hard for somebody else and not be willing to for myself? Like with meditating, it's hard sometimes, right? Like it's hard. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. And we'll just give up. We won't try. But if your boss wants this project done and you got to improve this and that and the other, you'll like basically kill yourself to do it just so they can say, oh, look what you did. Thanks. But they rarely do that, right? Like that's a total, our compass was totally knocked off its kilter for that. And that's what we were taught in the collective society. Conform, right? Work really hard for others, forget about yourself a lot of times. Otherwise, what would they call that? Ego, narcissistic. They throw that term around a little wrong sometimes, right? If I care about myself, I must be a narcissist. I'm self-righteous, I'm selfish, or a narcissist. So there's some distortion with that. Okay, and that's rising in the energy this week a little bit to kind of consider, to kind of look within and say, you know what, why won't I work hard for myself? Why am I not willing to feel that pain so that I can get to that love? I'm tired of carrying that burden. When do we get to that point to where we break enough to where we've had enough? Right? Like that is the question. Okay, so that's what's in the energy this week. That's what's coming forward. Yeah, and Jacinth, if you're ready, we can get right on into the animal healing. Really, you'll have to remind me your dog's name. It's been a minute. Is it Bentley? I can't remember. That's what I'm like hearing, something like that. She says, sure. Might as well, right? Bentley. Oh, cool. I was right. Oh, you guys, I made new soaps. I really like these, by the way. I haven't put them on the website yet. I put them up on Etsy. I like these so much. Oh, I love it. I missed making my soaps and my candles. And I have a new way of doing candles. I've been using a different wax. Oh, they smell so good. Can you smell the vision? Oof. So I'm excited to getting back to my roots. So it's all about getting back to our heart space, getting back to our roots. And that's what the ascension's about. What are you willing to release? What are you willing to get back to? And what are you willing to work for? Okay. Where are you willing to put your efforts into? All right. So I'm honored today to bring about animal healings again, which now I have actually created the service on my website. I don't know why I never did before, because people just don't realize what I do, right? Because as a master healer, I do everything. So I'm glad we're bringing this back around. It's really important to support our animals and our loved ones, because they provide so much for us, and they do it unconditionally, right? So I love this opportunity. So that is why I'm here. So I thank Jacinth for bringing this up into the energetic field today. It's necessary. So I'm going to begin just by, I already kind of meditated for the last hour and called in my intentions and made sure I was grounded, but I'm just going to do it again. And I'm going to call in the energy of Bentley for the purposes of healing today. And earlier I was kind of starting to tune in a little bit. And as soon as I do, okay, so I've got to tell you what I feel and what I see, right? It just is what it is. Bentley is an older little gentleman. He has definitely lived a full life, energetic life. And, I kind of get this little personality, like he's just a dapper young man. He's very happy. He's had quite an adventurous soul and quite an adventurous life. He loves the outdoors. That's what I'm tuning into. He loves the outdoors very much so. I feel like he worked very hard for him and for his health and for his happiness. And he is like receptive of that. He is like emanating that. He's reflecting that. And I don't know why I see here like stairs, assistance to get up on a bed or something, if you haven't provided that already, but I feel like you may have. Like you can tell he's kind of shutting down. That's kind of what I'm hearing here. And then I go right into the kidneys. Okay. I'm going right into his kidneys because it hurts. And there is a little bit of kidney failure going on here. Just saying. Okay. So hopefully you're with me. This is not to be upsetting. I think we're well aware that we all have time, right? We all have a time to go. We all have a time to be present. And I'm not saying either way. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. I do feel like we're starting to go into some kidney failure. When I go into my kidneys, it hurts. It hurts like they're very dry, like I'm rubbing sandpaper along my kidneys. Okay, it hurts really, really, really bad. Like I can't get moisture. I can't drink enough water. I feel so dehydrated. I feel very fatigued and very tired. And I'm not even sure if you tested his gums or if they're like bright white. So you could even maybe look into that and see if the gums, like if you push on them, do they stay white or do they go back to pink? And then I am getting a little bit of like heart failure. Okay, so I'm going in and I'm doing the healings, but I can only do what I can. All right. Just saying. So hopefully you're with me. I don't want you upset. You got to breathe. You got to breathe. I can feel like this. It's very emotional and it's kind of blocking me in the energetic field. Okay. So let's just breathe. Let's take some deep breaths. And it's like kind of comforting Bentley. So the way I see it is I'm kind of petting his ear. He kind of has like wiry hair, right? He's like a little terrier or something. He's like got like little wiry hair. He's very cute. And I'm just comforting his ear. I'm petting his ear. I'm petting his ear. He really likes that. He really likes his head, like on the top of his head to be rubbed very gently, and to petting his ear very gently. It makes him feel comforted. It makes him feel safe. It makes him feel at home. Okay, so his little heart is still beating. His little heart is still with you, and he's doing okay. He's here right now. But I am tuning into this kidney failure and a little bit of congestive heart failure. And so what I'm doing is I'm running light into the paws, and I'm going in through his hind paws. So with people, I go into their feet, right? And with him, I'm going into his paws. More so, I go in all four. But I'm really drawn to the backside. So I'm drawing the light up, and we have different structure, right? So there's a different bone structure. And so I'm going up into the legs, into where the legs fold, which would be like our knee joints for them. And I'm going up into like the hip area, and I see their spine, and I see his kidneys situated up into his body space. Okay. And that's where I'm drawn to right away was the kidney space. And mine hurt. Like I said, it's very dry. It's very like I'm rubbing sandpaper. They're not functioning at 100% at all. They're just not. And I can't get it to 100%, but I can get it to 85. I'd say it's about 65 right now. So I'm going to get it up to 85% functioning kidney function. Boy, boy, yeah, yeah. So I'm drawing the light into the kidneys, and as I'm doing that, I'm actually doing some other healing on his spinal column, which is I'm just drawn to do this, which isn't always the case like this, but I'm drawn to draw light into the spinal column where the hips are and the backside. So I'm getting a visual of the skeletal. I wish I could show you guys what I'm seeing, but you have the kind of like the spinal column and their vertebrae, just kind of like ours, and then their hip parts. And there's like an injury here of an old front, like almost could be equivalent to if somebody got hit by a car, right? There's like an old injury. I don't think this is new, but it hurts. Like my hip hurts really bad. Like I don't feel very good. And so as I'm taking care of the kidneys, I feel like this has been causing a lot of pain within this region. And so that's why I'm drawn to the same space. So I'm really functioning in the kidneys. It hurts. It doesn't feel good. Okay. So your dog could be just not necessarily their complete self for a little bit from this healing either. Okay. It could become tired, more grumpy. So just be mindful of that because it hurts. Like I don't feel good. But I'm going to draw the light into the kidneys, and at the same time, I'm going to do something to the back. Okay. Bekete 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 Hikete There's something with vibrations in the back of the spinal area for your dog, into the hips, into my hip. My right hip bone hurts the worst, like my right side. But it's just off my tail. It's like on the right on my tail. And it hurts. And I can't express this. I'm happy as always, but it's been hurting for some time. So I don't know if we've had assistance getting up on the bed. It's because of this. Like I hurt really badly. Are you aware of the presence of minor seizures also? So I'm detecting some neurological imbalance. So there's a little bit of an essence of seizures, and they're playing out in a different form. So it's almost like pauses. It's almost like pauses of a neurological form. So I may not be going, la, 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 la. My tongue might hang out sometimes, and I might be a little bit lack responsive. Okay. It's those kinds, I feel like, and they're a mild seizure form. And now I'm going to the heart space. His little lungs are not at 100% capacity either. But I can get those to 75. Well, no, we can go a little bit higher. So that when I said like congestive heart failure, I see like almost what looks like a little hole in my heart, right? Like there's just a little hole in my heart. I don't know how else to explain other than what I'm saying, but I'm drawing the light into it completely, just healing it, a lot of it. And so I put his little heart in my hand, just like I do anybody else's. And I'm beating it. I'm creating the pulse. I'm giving it a heartbeat. I'm giving it light, and I'm shoving light into this space. So the heart itself for What he's functioning on is not working as it's in my hand. What I'm explaining is like I'm doing the heartbeat and I'm filling this hole in its place. He may actually seem like he just stopped everything, like, but don't panic. It's okay. I am hearing like 6 months to a year. Okay. This is helping. We can't all live forever, right? But there's still some there. He still has life left. Right? He just needs some healing and some love here today. That spinal column, it's almost like a curvature at this point of the spine back there. Like I don't feel good. Like almost if somebody touched him there that he didn't like, he'd let you know he didn't like it. And then I'm drawn to the eye, the left eyeball. I feel like it's cataracts dying. It's dying. It's dying. And then what I can do is I can close the retina, not all the way, but some more. So the eyesight will come into focus a bit more so that he will have his eyesight back a little bit more. It can't be 100% though. Ooh, like hurt, like, ooh, like I got like a flash of light back at the back of my eye that was really bright when I did that. Like, ooh, like you would if somebody turned on a light really fast and it blinded you really quick. I feel like I did that to him. It's just like, oh, like I can't see for a second. And I feel like that is necessary. Now I feel like he'll be able to see more clearly. Still might have some of the shine, you know how like it starts dying, like looking type of a thing, but I feel like it should actually fade a little bit. Like there'll be a noticeable difference. Aw, he's so cute. He loves music. He loves the vibrations. That feels good. That feels really good. So, if there's a way where like you could make something vibrate that he's laying on, like I wish instead of a heating pad, they would make like a vibration pad. That would be so cool. Oh my gosh. Almost like one of those massagers, like he'd really like that. Not too hard, but just enough, and they could put it, like, under a blanket and see if he'll lay on it and, like, zzz. Oh, he would like that so much. And then my toes hurt. I just feel like they hurt. It does hurt when my nail gets cut on my right foot, on my back. It hurts. Like, it hurts every single time when my nail gets cut back there. It just is. It just hurts. I don't know. It's very sensitive and it actually hurts. Like, it hurts. I don't like it. I mean, no, it's a necessity. He's just speaking his mind. And then something about the car ride. It's like one of my favorite things to do, but it hurts a little bit. I don't know if we could do like see, it just hurts. It would almost need to be like one of those memory foam cushions or something where it doesn't, he's not jolted too much in the car. Because it's getting to where I can't ride in the car anymore. It hurts. And he does have like little headaches. So I'm not sure if this is the seizure activity that I'm tuning into here, but it like hurts up into my head. Like there's some synapses going on that don't transpire. They're not firing correctly. It hurts a little bit. And so I think that might be what's causing these seizures. These seizures are just like the pause. It's like a pause. I can't do it. Nothing's happening, but I'm there. I'm just not there. And my tongue can hang out a little bit. I might drool. and they're like momentary like relapse, momentary mishap, momentary misfires. And as I'm like going into, it's like hurting down into my spinal column too. So I feel like in the upper body, the spinal column is a bit swollen. It's a bit irritated as well. So I don't know if you're aware, but you know how they'll do like a spinal fluid tap? So that spinal fluid go up into our brain. Like it's a flow. It moves, it goes throughout the body. And that's a little bit murky. So I'm gonna clear the spinal fluid a little bit here. It hurts a little bit. It's very sensitive. I don't like it. It's like somebody poured icy hot into my. Ugh. Okay, the kidney is up to 85% function. They were down to 65, but they're up to 85, and they might go a little higher. It just depends on what Bentley is up for. He's tired. He is. He's very tired, but he's happy. Still wants to walk, but I would be mindful of the car rides. I would lessen those. And then for like the toenail, if you like get it more wet, like it softens it, and that might help a little bit because it hurts. It hurts really bad on my hind leg. Oh, he's getting irritated. He's like, enough. That was a lot on his little system. He's calling it quits. This is enough. He's tired. But I feel like I did a lot to the heart space. It is like mended. It's a very thin line where there was a hole, but there is a connection. So it is covered. It's cleared. There's no hole there anymore. That's how I see it. And then the kidney function is much better. And my liver, let me do a quick liver cleanse. Okay, just a quick liver cleanse so that it's equal. Because there is toxicity within it. There's enzyme buildup within it. And so I'm just flushing that out really, really quickly. Bentley. You're so cute. And my teeth hurt. So make sure you're doing softer foods. It's just softer foods are needed. You could go to the dentist and do a lot of dental work, but even still, it's softer foods are needed. So almost do away with like the total crunchy. Or if you do get hard food, make it soft somehow. You can put a little water on it. It will make it softer. Or whatever the case may be. It's hard to chew. But he calls himself a mama's boy. He is a mama's boy. He's like a prince, right? He's a prince king of the house, kind of a prince. He's got that little personality going on. He knows his place and he's very happy with it. All right, so I'm backing out and coming back through. He's done with that. He is dehydrated. You can keep offering water. He should be able to absorb water now, so give him a few days. Keep checking the gums, and if you push on the gums and they stay white past 3 days, I would say I would be a little bit more concerned, and you could take a syringe and put water down his throat a little bit. This will just spark that need to want water, okay, because his kidneys were shutting down. So that's like a big deal. Once that happens, we stop actually thriving a little bit. And so you can check his gums. If he's not wanting water, if he's not trying to take water on his own, just take a little bit and put it in the back of his throat. And that will help him realize, oh, it will make him want more. So just watch that a little bit. It's a couple critical days of water intake. Okay, but if it's needed. Otherwise, he may just really take to it right away. We'll see what he does. All right, I'm backing out. All right, descent. So the seizures are not like he's shaking. It was like a pause, like there's like a nothingness for a moment, and it's brief occurrences, and the tongue might stick out a little bit, and there might be a little bit of drool. That's all I saw. I didn't see a frequency of how often they were happening. I don't think it was like every moment of every day. There's just been a few occurrences, but they're getting more relevant, and it's something that's occurred within the last like 3 to 6 months or so. Okay. Whew. So let me know how that felt and what your experience is right now with him. And if at least you're still there, because according to this, nobody's here today. Oh, you're welcome. So that's what I thought. Just then, she says emotional times. There was a moment in there where I had to pause and bring that through. And Sherry says, I'm still here. Thank you for letting me know. Because according to YouTube, ain't nobody here today. Only one person watching the whole time. Bentley is a sweet little baby. He's such a sweet boy. And, just give him space and time, and he'll know. He'll know exactly when it's his time. He's not quite ready yet. Okay. He still has love to give. So hold space for that. And I got chills when I said that. He's a sweet, sweet boy. Just a little bit more TLC, a little bit more modifications, right? Like maybe not so many car rides, or when he's in the car, make sure he's on a lap, or just something to absorb the shock of the vehicle from him a little bit, and that will help a lot for a car ride. But I'm starting to fade out too with what I said, so thank you for allowing me into his space today, and to Bentley for accepting the healing, because no matter what, if I do a healing on anybody, we have to give space for it to remove the muck and for them to accept the healing. Okay. Oh, absolutely. You're so welcome. Yeah. I'm glad you were here today. Sweet, sweet baby. I remember the last time we did this, there were so many people wanting animal healings. So well, maybe it was because they were donation based this time. I don't know. But I love this opportunity to do that. I think we might incorporate some animal healings regularly every now and then on the channel. Maybe every couple of months or so, every 3 months, I might bring it back around and just remind everybody that we all have loved ones that need our love too, right? I think that's an awesome thing to do, because I actually have had somebody book a session with me and had me heal their dog, but they're one of my regulars. They know they could do that. I've never let a lot of people know that I do animal healings as well. There's no difference, really. It's life. And that's what I do. So I'm thankful. I love the opportunity. I love our fur babies so much, and our animals, no matter if they have fur or not, right? They're not all fur babies, but they're all our babies. They help us in so many ways, and we help them in so many ways. And so I'm honored for that opportunity. Thank you guys for being here today. And remember, the energy this week is about, what are you willing to work for? What are you willing to let go of? And what are you willing to grow into? For that is the question. And it remains to be yours and yours alone to make. Okay. So much love to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I've had a busy weekend with my kiddos, but I still managed to get every meditation up. So the 21-day meditation challenge is going wonderfully. I love those. I've already got tomorrow's coming through, and then I've also got tomorrow's movement exercise coming through already. So I'm so excited about that. So keep your eyes peeled to the skies. Okay, you guys? So much love. I will see you next time. Thank you for being you. And a little reminder, the 22nd is our monthly VIP healing workshop. This time it has to deal with the Blu-rays and DNA activations and ascension shifts ahead. That is what Spirit is talking about, right? That's okay, Sherry, because they're always there, right? They're always there. So don't worry about being behind, but just when you can, use one. Take some time to love yourself. Don't forget to do that, okay? And that's what a thing I love about the course workshop thing is that they're always there for you to access and utilize for a lifetime. And then what was I going to say? I don't remember. Yeah, so the 22nd VIP workshop is at 222 held through Zoom. Be there or be square. I'm just kidding. This one's going to be totally powerful. Blue rays activations, DNA light codes, the light rays activations. And I think that's about it. Stay safe, you guys. Stay warm. Stay cool. Whatever your weather's doing. It's weird where I'm at. I don't know about you. I just love it. Get out into nature as much as you can. And that's what they were saying is big shifts are ahead. So there's a reality shift ahead. That was kind of the title of the original thing, but that's what they talked about. What are you willing to work for? Is there's a reality shift ahead. The choice is always on you. Okay. For which way it goes. Whatever that means. Ride the wave. Let in love. So much love. I'll see you guys next time. I'm very grateful for you too, Jacinth. Thank you for being here, and thank you to Bentley. Bye, guys.